Some people need to learn loyalty from dogs, but instead, they learn positions. A dog doesn't care if you're rich or poor, successful or struggling. If you feed it once, love it once, it stays by your side. Through thick and thin. Rain or shine. But humans? They often look at your position, not your heart. Today I'll tell you a story, a true story, about loyalty, betrayal, and what it really means to stand by someone. You might just rethink who your real friends are. Let me take you to Mumbai, India, a city of dreams but also of harsh realities. In a crowded suburb lived a man named Rakesh, a simple security guard working at a residential building. He was in his 40s, unmarried, quiet, and always seen feeding stray dogs. The residents hardly noticed him except when they needed to open the gate. But to the dogs, Rakesh was everything. Every evening, like clockwork, Rakesh would open his little tiffin and share half of it with 3 stray dogs, Sheru, Blacky, and Moti. They'd wag their tails, follow him around, and even sleep near his feet as he did his night shift. He didn't have much. Just a tiny room, a low salary, and a big heart. One day something happened that changed everything. A fire broke out in the building at 2 a.m. Everyone was asleep. No alarms rang. No one saw it coming. Except Rakesh. And the dogs. Sheru barked frantically, scratching at the door of the main apartment. Rakesh woke up, smelled the smoke, and rushed to alert the residents. He ran from floor to floor, banging on doors, shouting, dragging people out. In the process, he got trapped near the staircase, surrounded by thick smoke and heat. The fire brigade arrived just in time to save him. He passed out on the stretcher. Because of him, not a single life was lost that night. The next morning, everyone called him a hero. They praised his bravery, shared pictures of him and the dogs, and even trended hashtags on local Twitter. Hashtag Rakesh the Savior. Hashtag Dogs of Courage. But what happened after that revealed the truth about people. A few days later, the building society replaced Rakesh. Because a new managing committee came in. And the head of that committee? A businessman who didn't like dogs. He said Rakesh was too emotional and unprofessional for allowing strays near the gates. Just like that, Rakesh was let go. No farewell. No honor. No job. He packed up his things, heartbroken, and quietly left. But the dogs? They didn't leave. Every evening, Sheru, Blacky, and Moti sat at the gate, waiting. Sniffing every passerby. Barking when someone walked past with the same scent. 2 weeks later, someone spotted Rakesh sitting on a footpath a few kilometers away. He looked weak, thinner, but still had his tiffin beside him, feeding 2 stray pups now. When asked about the dogs he left behind, he just smiled and said, "They must have forgotten me by now." But he was wrong. The dogs hadn't forgotten. They didn't leave that building for months. Eventually, one of the residents who truly valued Rakesh found out where he lived and took him to visit. As soon as Rakesh stepped near the gate, Sheru howled. Blacky jumped. Moti ran and licked his face. It was chaos. Happy chaos. Tails wagging, hearts bursting. And the people who watched? They were silent. They saw something that can't be taught in classrooms or boardrooms. Loyalty. Let's pause here. What do we learn from this? Dogs remember the hand that feeds. People remember the hand that holds power. When Rakesh had a job, he was a hero. The moment a man with more position entered, Rakesh was removed without thought. No matter how much he had done. Isn't that how the world often works? In companies, friendships, even families, when your position drops, some people disappear. They no longer answer your calls. They avoid your presence. They forget your sacrifices. But dogs? They don't care about your title. They care about your soul. Now imagine this. What if the world had more people like dogs? What if loyalty wasn't measured by status, but by sincerity? What if we remembered those who helped us rise even after they fall? Let me ask you something. When was the last time you stood by someone, just because they needed you, not because they were useful to you? Think about it. Maybe it's time we unlearned positions and relearned loyalty. Rakesh didn't have a LinkedIn profile. He didn't own a car. But he had 3 loyal followers, not online but in real life. And that, my friend, is rare. So before you judge someone by their job, their salary, or their status, remember, A man who has nothing might give you everything, and the one who has everything might not give you anything at all. As for Rakesh, he never got his job back, but he started something beautiful. With the help of a few kind people, he now runs a small shelter for stray dogs just outside the city. And guess who's still by his side? Sheru, Blacky, and Moti. The world forgot him, but they didn't. If you found this story moving, share it with someone who needs a reminder of what true loyalty looks like. Leave a comment below. Have you ever been betrayed because your position changed? Or stood by someone when no one else did? And if this story touched your heart, do one small thing. Hit that subscribe button. For more real stories. For more truth. Because sometimes all it takes is one voice to make someone feel seen.